Let's get some more people in the chat room. Let's give people a couple minutes. But I received then, make sure this mic's on. I received a very interesting email not too long ago, about a week or so ago, in regards to why Black people, particularly Black men who travel to Brazil, why aren't they vocal in regards to the, I guess, issues dealing with racism that people of African descent who live in Brazil face on a daily basis? The young lady who emailed me said she just doesn't understand how or why Black men brag about coming to Brazil, Dominican Republic as well, but we're going to focus on Brazil. How Black men focus on going to Brazil, brag about traveling to Brazil, but are very quiet when it comes to the racism, the marginalization, the police brutality, basically the same issues that Black people face here in America. Black people in Brazil face those same issues. And she just didn't understand why these Black men why aren't they vocal about it? Why don't they talk about it? And I had to tell her, and as we speak on this, I'm going to talk about myself as well. Me personally, and I've told this story before. In 2011, I was working for corporate America. I was doing very well, making a lot of money. And a friend of mine, Fitzgerald Stevens, he said, Dinus, you need to take a vacation. I tell this story all the time. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this story before. I said, okay, I do. I will. He said, you're making decent money. You're single, no kids. Go and travel. I said, okay, I will. So the first place destination that came to mind was Brazil. Back in college, I used to watch these flicks called Mike in Brazil, when the internet first came out. Oh, the internet was around, but when the internet was easily accessible, of course, I was watching things on the internet that I shouldn't be watching, but I was watching anyway. Mike in Brazil and just Brazilian girls in general, Black men, we were just attracted to them because, me when I was half cooning, I was just into uh, racially ambiguous women. So places like Brazil and the DR, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, but specifically Brazil, these are the epicenters of big booty, racially ambiguous women. Because at that time, that's what I wanted. Back when I was in college, that's what I wanted. I was chasing snow bunnies and, if I came across a racially ambiguous woman, I was all over her. Back during my half cooning days. So, a brother like me, has some disposable income, single, ready to mingle. I say, you know what? I'm going to go to Brazil because that's where all the big booty, racially ambiguous women are. I had some friends that went to Rio. They told me they rented a villa for dirt cheap. They showed me the pictures. They had two big booty, racially ambiguous Brazilian situations. Big booty. I mean, just everything you see on the internet, they had them. They had them. They were showing me the pictures. Said they would cook and clean, screw you all night, do anything you wanted. I said, yes, I'm there. So that's where I was headed. I had it set up. My friend who I knew from my college days said she was going to host me and take me and, you know, guide me. And I told her exactly what I wanted. I wanted the big booty, beautiful, racially ambiguous Brazilian women. Uh, what's the name of the beach? Ipanema. Is that the name of the beach? I was going to walk around the beach. I was ripped up. So I was going to walk on around the beach in a Speedo and, you know, and just get on all the Brazilian big booty women. But she backed out. So I said, dang, I don't want to go to Brazil by myself. So when she backed out, I had to make that was a change of plans. So a good friend of mine, Yishak Abraham, he's been on the show before. He said, Dynas, you need to go to Africa. You need to go to Tanzania. I was like, okay. Researched it, found out about a spot called Zanzibar Island off the coast of Tanzania. In Zanzibar, there's a club, used to be a club in the LA area, Santa Monica, called Zanzibar. I said, okay, so it's actually a real place. So yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go to Zanzibar. Fell in love. But I just had to share that story because, as I criticize people, I have to criticize myself because I'm not above criticism. So the answer to the young lady's question, why Black men, the very focal here in America, hands up, don't shoot, mass incarceration, systematic racism, Black men being marginalized by the system. We're very vocal about racism here in America. But what this Brazilian sister has to understand, when Black men go to Brazil, it's strictly for big booty Brazilian chicks. We could care less. Now, I've changed. I care now. But we could care less about what Black people in Brazil, what they are facing. I'm just keeping it real. We could care less what they're facing in Bahia. I'm just being honest. The last thing on their mind is going all the way to Brazil from America to fight for, in the name of social justice, for Black Brazilians. That's the last thing on their mind. Furthest thing from their mind. It's a lust trip. It's a thirst trip. Going specifically to trick off. I was headed to Brazil to trick. Period. That's what it is. Same thing with DR. What's the sister that was assassinated in Brazil? Was it Marielle Franco? I think it was Marielle Franco. Hold on, let me look her up. The sister that was assassinated in Brazil last year. They just found her. Hold on, Brazilian activist murdered, assassinated. Hold on, what's her name? Marielle Franco. Marielle Franco. See, when Black men go to Brazil, they're not trying to partner with Marielle Franco, rest in peace, who was unfortunately assassinated. They could care less about what Marielle Franco is trying to do in Brazil, or what she was trying to do. Now her legacy carries on, but trust me, that's the last thing on a black man's mind when he heads to Rio. He's not coming in solidarity with black Brazilians. Let's just keep it real. Which leads me to, there was an article that was released, and I've talked about this for the past, since I started going to Africa in 2011. How white women travel to Gambia basically to get them a Rasta boy. You have a lot of, and this is just not Gambia. I noticed this when I went to Zanzibar. You'll see a young Rasta boy, Zanzibarian, Tanzania, with an old white woman from Europe who has one foot in hospice and another foot in assistant nursing. And you just look like, and you just look and you're just like, yeah, it's Fela on my shirt. It's Fela. Shout out to Fela Kuti. Yeah, you just look and just, I'm just like, you're young, you have a future. And again, it's just a young, handsome, young Tanzanian male with just this old, wrinkled, again, one foot in hospice, one foot in assistant nursing. I'm talking about arm in arm, hand in hand, tongue kissing. It looks so awkward. Like I said, I noticed this the first time I went. First time I went to Tanzania, with the Zanzibar. I'm just like, is it that? Do you really need to leave Are you really? It's like you have absolutely no. You just lose all your integrity and your dignity in the name of possibly getting a green card. You hustling draws. You a whole Chippendale for a green card. Is our times that bad? Are you trying to tell me there's no other way to get a green card to Britain or to Germany, to France? You trying to tell me there's no other way? I would rather risk swimming across the Mediterranean, hopping on one of those boats to get to Italy, versus some of the shit I see black men in Africa hugged up with from Europe. Wherever I go in Africa, near some water, you will see Rastafarians with weed and these old white women, these Rasta boys, with one foot in. These old white women have one foot in the hospice, one foot in assisted nursing. Like, it's just, guys, I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, and African females too. Listen, when I'm at the airports leaving, see, let me tell you the difference between the African women who who link up with an older white man with one foot in hospice, one foot in assisted nursing, and the African men who hook up with old white women with one foot in hospice, one foot in assisted nursing. At least the African women make it to the airport and on the plane to Europe. You rarely see African women crossing the Mediterranean, crossing the Sahara Desert. They at least make it on a plane, a nice, comfortable plane. Air France, British Airways, TAP. They at least make it on a plane. To Europe. The African men, they get played. I'm telling you, they get played. They don't make it on a plane. I mean, they get with their old hospice granny European white woman, and the old hospice granny European white woman leaves their asses in Gambia or in Zanzibar, Tanzania, Senegal. Leaves them right there. I'm just saying. You're right. It is a different dynamic. But for God's sake, I mean, you guys don't understand the stuff I be seeing. To the point where sometimes people are like, hey, Dennis, you want to go to the beach? I'm like, I'm good. That goes on too. You got a lot of these African women going to Dubai to get listen, guys, if you know a woman that spends a lot of time in Dubai, that's a red flag. I'm gonna tell you right now. She in Dubai every weekend, something is going on. Something is going on. That's a red flag. That's a no. If she's traveling to Dubai a lot, any woman, she's traveling to Dubai, UAE, for birthday parties, like her birthday's every damn weekend. Shout out to the dude. Thank you for the super chat. She's probably getting urinated on by some old Arab man. So I'm telling you right now, if a sister, if she's been to Dubai more than, like, hey, you talking to her, you ask her if she travels, and she says, oh, I love Dubai. I love Dubai. That's a red flag. Just, don't have another date with her. That's a red flag. I love Dubai. Ooh, Dubai is my favorite place. Like, stay, okay. That's the last day, final day. Don't kiss her. Don't touch her. Run. She is a human septic tank. I'm just saying. Prince Adewale told you so. Again, let me repeat. Brothers out there, if you're dating a girl and, what do you like to do? You like to travel? What do you like to do? Oh, I love Dubai. I've been to Dubai. I go to Dubai. I've been to Dubai like all the time. Okay, run. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. I'm going to do another video on that. She loves Dubai. You say goodbye. If she loves Dubai, you say goodbye. I'm just saying. Get the hell out of there. My Kenyan homeboy put me on back in like 2014, 2013. My boy was like, yeah, man, all these Kenyan girls, they go to Dubai and they doing this and doing that. I thought he was playing. So this whole going to Dubai thing and getting urinated on and defecated on, that's not new. My Kenyan homeboy was telling me about Kenyan girls who were doing it. I thought he was playing. I thought he was exaggerating. I'm like, oh, shut up. Whatever. He's like, nah, Dine, this is really going on. And this came out. I'm like, damn. I had to call him and tell him you were right. Mawoni Lola Dadani Dubai. She says she goes to Dubai. You need to get on. Well, I was first introduced to this in Kenya. My boy in Kenya told me. He's like, yeah, man, these Kenyan girls, man, they be going to Dubai and doing this and doing that. I'm like, no way. Nah. I can't imagine that. Then this article comes out. And I'm like, okay, he was right. So again, fellas, if T. Kelly said you didn't get the notification, a white man held you back. Yep. Just like my previous live stream. So again, for the fellas, if you are talking to a woman, a chick, and she tells you she loves Dubai, it's a no-go. If she loves Dubai, you say goodbye. That's it. That's it. Don't get me wrong. Dubai is a nice place. I've never been. I've just been to the airport. Dubai is a nice place from what I see. But I just don't understand the infatuation with it. But now I do. Now I do. Now I do. But anyways, guys, I just had to share that. So to the sister that sent me the message about, why are black men vocal about systematic racism in Brazil when they come to Brazil? Why aren't they vocal? Well, the answer is because they are there to get with the big booty Brazilian chicks. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Sex tourism. So anyways, guys, make sure you go to Search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Search for Uhuru. Peace.